Hey y'all, how about a reading? We are going through the zodiac. Keep in mind, it is not just for your sun sign. If you have, in this case, Aries anywhere in your chart, some of this might resonate. We are tiptoeing through the zodiac for one very specific goal, and that's to sort of see how 2025 is best navigated in terms of the Pentacles aspect of it. So wealth, success, your purpose, the ways in which you can create the most abundance and joy in your life in terms of material possessions, as well as sort of like success and wealth. Yeah. Thank y'all. We are at number 4, I think, of what I'm pulling. So, yeah, it's been an interesting walk so far. I don't think you're going to be any different, Aries. So what we're doing also is using the Crow's Oracle deck to give us our 3-card pull, and then from that we're using the Crow's Tarot to clarify. The reason that I picked the Crow's deck was, we've got self-interest on the bottom, was that crows are highly intelligent. We tend to anthropomorphize them a bit because they do have many characteristics that seem very human, and one of those is they do like to collect things, much like we do. So they collect and amass wealth too. So I decided to use this deck. All right, so we had self-interest on the bottom for Aries. We have wrath. Yep. We have luck. Again, that's great. Pisces had that. We have wrath, we have luck, we have observation. Brilliant. Brilliant, y'all. When I was thinking about pulling this reading for y'all, I was getting this, for lack of a better terminology, I was getting this sort of agitation, this fiery side of you, this the anger piece. I was definitely getting anger, and I don't know exactly how that relates to our reading, and that's why it was very interesting that wrath came up. All right, well, let's pull on wrath to start. I love the sardines in the luck card. There's the sardines coming down. Observation. Hold on a minute. Universe is like, don't say anything before. Okay. You got to trust your intuition. That's another thing that we've really been talking about lately, is the need to hone your intuition these days. It's very important to listen to your intuition and to trust it. And the way that I think it helps sometimes, if you're learning to trust your intuition, is you have to really understand the depth of knowledge that you have. Like, even if you're not traditionally educated, like through academia, or even if you're not you don't have a job in which you use your cognitive ability, really. Maybe you just stamp out pieces of metal every day, all day long, right? There's still a vast, unimaginable, like you don't know what you already know, is the feeling that I get. Okay, why is that important? Because it informs your intuition. We're born with nothing but sort of primal instincts. And as we learn more, we become sort of distant from our primal instincts, some of them. And at least they don't make as much sense, and we don't react to them. And that's good, because we don't want adults crying in the middle of the grocery store. But it also forces us to sort of rewire ourselves to listen and hear for our intuition, right? But our intuition is definitely informed by what we have learned about the world. And often that's a lot more than we think. We often know a lot more than we think. So having confidence in your intuition and in your intuitive sense also begs you to realize that you know a hell of a lot, and you've amassed a lot of knowledge about how the world works, however you perceive it, and other people. All right, okay, that's enough. She says that's enough. We do have the 5 of Cups on the bottom of Wrath. And we have the 2 of Swords. And we have the Devil. And we have the Star. Okay, so I'm going to sound like a broken record. If you've listened to more than one of these readings, then this is going to be very familiar to you. This energy is a flip-flop energy, a yin-yang energy, a black-white, good, bad, a yes, no, a pain, a pleasure. There is a coin sort of metaphor I can use for this energy, and either it lands on heads or it lands on tails. Sometimes we're not in control of this. Sometimes things just happen and we have to roll with it. Sometimes we get tails when we had anticipated heads. This is in your energy too. So when you're looking, it's like a Schrodinger's cat. If you look that up, there's this potentiality for both outcomes, is what I'm trying to say, of polar opposite outcomes in this energy. So the absolute best thing that can happen and the absolute worst thing that can happen in your quote unquote, right, in your viewpoint. Okay, so that's possible for everyone, but I am forced to say it at every single reading. I'm not 100% sure this is you. This doesn't feel like the energy that I'm sitting with. This feels a little bit like an external energy coming in. And again, for 50% of you, it could be. For 50% of you, it could be an internal energy. But I'm pretty sure it's greater odds than that. There, in this conflict that you have, whether it's internal and with yourself or whether it's with someone else, the universe is begging us to look forward. This is relatively short in terms of the experience itself, relatively short-lived. So the universe says, look forward. Look absolutely forward to the days ahead that you know are going to be brighter. But if this is where you are, and if you're in this dark place right now, Aries, just hold on tight. It's like, you know what it's reminding me of? I don't know why, but I got this vision of this roller coaster in a loop-de-loop, and it breaks down, and you're at the top of the loop, being held into your chair with all these thoughts going through your head, like, what if the bar breaks? What if the bar malfunctions? What if I fall out? I die? Like, it's heavy, heavy stuff. And the universe says, look forward. This is not, maybe not going to end the way that you think it is. And definitely you have brighter things coming, much, much brighter things coming on your horizon. Maybe you get a class action lawsuit out of that event with the carnival, you know? Okay. I think, it's all about, especially now, it's all about seeing how this could potentially benefit you. And it's not, I mean, self-interest, right? So it's not about taking advantage of anyone in the meantime, right? But it really is looking out for your own self-interest. So if you do get in the situation, and obviously this isn't going to happen to anyone who's watching this, literally, but you're at the top of that loop on the roller coaster, fearing for your life, and when you get down, and when they ask you, hey, when the ambulance chaser comes up and wants to make this $1 billion case, class action lawsuit against the carnival company, do you participate? Yeah, you're gonna worry about your self-interest. Okay, let's move on. Luck. Why is luck here? That wrath, that anger can be pretty motivating. Okay. Seriously, you're mad, and I feel it, and it's making me uncomfortable. It's making me uncomfortable, Aries. Like, I don't want to be in the way of that. Get me out of here. I think it also can backfire on you. If you let this affect the personal relationships that you have, and whether it's post-traumatic stress from something that you let seep over into your personal life, or whether it is an event itself within a family nucleus or within a relationship, that's why you're feeling like you're at the top of a roller coaster upside down and praying for your life. You could potentially really hurt other people. Just saying. Okay, I feel like that's done. I've said, it's like, okay, you've said all you need to say. Okay, great. That's fantastic, because I want to move on. Let's move on to luck. Whew. There's a little bit more to that devil. He'll come out again. Hold on. Oh, really? Yeah, okay. We got the Knight of Swords. On the bottom, we do have the Four of Wands. Beautiful. The King of Wands. Beautiful. And the Ace of Cups. Yeah. This is, for some of you, luck in love. We are talking about fulfillment, success, pentacles. Maybe love is what was that block in your journey, keeping you from your highest and best self, from your success, from your wealth. That happens for a lot of people. And I think that's really not misunderstood, but underappreciated. There are folks out there who a romantic partnership with can really catapult you professionally. And I'm not talking about like in a soap opera-y, climbing to the top, sleep your way up the ladder thing. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about joining energies with someone who was destined to promote your success through encouragement, through connections, through just their very essence is there for your purpose, for your success. And it might be vice versa too. You might encourage their success and goals just as much. And it feels amazing. And sometimes we're a bit scared of that because it's a lot of pressure and there's a lot there, like to be like on 100% all the time, and to have a partner who's that responsive and that into seeing us succeed, it can be a bit much. And so some of us tend to shy away from it, or we get scared or whatever. But it could be that type of relationship is coming in for you, whether it is a sexual, romantic relationship or whether it's a friendship. Someone who really gives you the energy to self-promote, to be focused on your goals, to progress, to succeed, really lifts that spirit up. That person could be coming in. That person could definitely be coming in this energy. I mean, the Four of Wands, you could marry this person, I think, if you wanted to. But that luck piece, of course, luck, in my opinion, doesn't really exist because it's a combination of our own free will choices, our manifestations, and the universe's grace and blessing. So it's not really luck, right? But you have the potential to make that partnership a reality. Now, the Ace of Cups, the King of Wands. I mean, we don't have a lot of major arcana, so this is kind of up to your free will. But on the other hand, I think whether you take advantage of this and you marry this person, or you partner with this person, or you make this dynamic duo, and you just become, what do they use for the power couple, right? Which for better or for worse, that term. But this also involves a sense of spirituality. So you're really going to feel another level of connectedness with this person. And I think that is part of the reason why it aids in your success. There is a fullness and a depth to it that was sort of the missing piece to really catapulting you forward with your goals. Interesting, Aries. Interesting. I didn't really expect that for you, so I'm very pleasantly surprised. This coming 18 months, 17 months, 16 months, 12 months, whatever, this upcoming period of time demands that we rely on partnerships, mentorships, community, that we build stronger, better relationships, because we need others to succeed in this energy. And whether it's going to be others like the same person throughout the entire span of energy, I can't tell you that. Different for everybody. Whether you just meet someone and you hit it off and you have a great lunch and then you talk about ideas and you share and then you never see them again, that's possible too. That we're not talking necessarily long, lifelong, long-term connections. We're talking about just connections, period. It could be for a text message. It could be for a lunch. It could be for a lifetime. It could be beyond this lifetime. But yeah, I think for the most part, these relationships have a purpose, so they're not going to be super long. But for some of you, they might be lifelong business partnerships, relationships. I think you have a strong chance of that. Okay, observation. Why is observation here? Such a curious card. What do we have at the bottom? We have the Knight of Wands. Yeah, there is a lot of ambition. I have the Seven of Wands. Yeah. The Four of Swords. And the Six of Pentacles. Yeah. So I think mostly the observation for you is in watching how others succeed and fail. I think like even logging, like I think it might be a great idea for you to start a journal and sort of be doing these little audits of everyone you meet, these connections that you come across as you talk to them about their experiences and their perspective of the world. Be a little note taker and observe how they got there, how they achieved their success. I think the time is going to come for you to defend your strategy. Whether it's to your family about this experience, whether it's to business partners, whether it's to just defend a PhD thesis, perhaps that's it. The time is going to come for you to do that. And I think you're going to need to have observed how others have succeeded and failed in order to really galvanize that opinion, in order to galvanize your the strength of your argument in your own self-interest. Does that make sense? I hope so. The note-taking, the observation, the seeing how others failed and succeeded, that's going to help you strengthen your argument when you're defending what you want to do and how you got to your success. Be wary of pitfalls. Just be wary of those pitfalls. Really pay attention to how other people failed and see if there's any correlations there. See if there's anything that resonates with you as, oh yeah, I do that too. And then see if you can self-correct, because that's here too. But otherwise, this is a really strong reading. I think there's a 50-50 potential to muck yourself up. But for those who don't, I think you have a greater chance of getting through this, okay? But this luck, this fortune, whether it's a class action lawsuit or whether it's meeting, your potential partner in whatever respect, this person who makes you want to be better and makes you want to succeed and thrive. It's looking really good. It's looking really good, Aries. So remember that there aren't any readings that come out of a vacuum. All of the readings since the beginning of time have been influenced by the reader as well as the time in which they're pulled. So, there's a little bit of that maybe too. So keep that in mind. Whatever resonates. And this could be for you immediately, or depending on where you are in the timeline, this could be coming. I think for most of you, it's in the future. It's in the next 6 months that this will start to sort of transpire. You're kind of at a neutral place right now. I really get the feeling. So, something to look forward to. Good luck out there.